A small town is rocked by the brutal murder of a young girl. She was kidnapped and killed while babysitting the neighbor's kids. The maniac was never found. However, the story continues a year later when the sheriff receives a videotape showing the murder of a local boy whose death had been ruled an accident. And it won't be the last tape he receives. In film, passion is essential. While it can't replace genuine, raw talent, it often makes you overlook technical flaws and script problems. Director and screenwriter Brandon Christensen, who works in the thriller and horror genre alongside his screenwriter brother Ryan, is one of those people who really wants to make a great movie. This desire lifts almost all of his films above average, even though there's plenty to criticize. He started his feature film career with the thriller Stillborn, followed by Z, Superhost, and The Puppet Man. These are imperfect films, but they're made with such sincere love and respect for the horror genre that many have stuck with fans. Night of the Reaper fits right into this lineup. It's another very uneven movie that would fall apart under close scrutiny, but it pulls itself out of the swamp of mediocrity by its own hair because, above all, the Christensens refuse to be generic. This is interesting because Night of the Reaper starts as the most generic slasher imaginable. It's the 80s, so no cell phones, big hair, bright outfits, and MTV on TV. The setting is an average suburban home where a typical American high school girl is babysitting the neighbor's kids late one evening. Every slasher director knows how important it is to open with a strong kill scene, but Christensen seems to deliberately tone it down, consistently turning away from every opportunity to glamorize it. He seems to do this on purpose because he's made a bait-and-switch movie. A thriller that starts slow, but explodes in the third act with a series of sharp twists and dramatic reveals. Not all the plot twists he saves for the climax are as unpredictable as Christensen thinks, and he occasionally misfires with overly melodramatic moments, laying on the tears a bit thick. However, the high density of events in the finale and the dramatic intensity really do help Night of the Reaper stand out and be memorable. It's hard to call it outstanding, but it's even harder to dismiss. Night of the Reaper isn't the kind of film you bother analyzing from a technical standpoint. It costs less than $1 million, and while it looks much more expensive and is competently made, it's assembled from simple, recognizable parts. Its trick and uniqueness lie in how Christensen puts it all together. He's like a mad enthusiast who refuses to build Lego sets by the instructions, so sometimes he's missing pieces, other times things are held together by a prayer, but at least it's not like anyone else's. The rough edges and narrative excesses of Night of the Reaper are impossible to hide, but you can see the creators are playing it straight from the heart. And it's this enthusiasm that allows the film to break free from being just another 80s slasher. There's no point in recommending this movie to a general audience, but for genre fans, it's a curious find where you can spot that very authorial spark, which in this genre is valued no less than technical mastery.